Alright, what's going on YouTube? Your boy Xavier here with Professional Casual, working title. Anyway, so biggest news today. Well, last couple of days, Masvidal versus Usman's coming up now. Burns got COVID, so motherfucker's out. It's too bad. That really sucks. Honestly, I prefer this fight more than Usman versus Burns. You know, I kind of see this. I don't see Usman and Burns really going to the ground much. I feel like they both are gonna want to stand up a little bit more and keep that keep the ground game in their back pocket. Like, it's gonna be more like Usman versus Covington. That being said, I would have given the edge more to Burns. Like, we've seen, you know, much more knockout power coming out of Burns than Usman. And I feel like once Usman feels Gilbert's power, he would probably want to take it to the ground, and he's going to be in a probably arguably a more dangerous position on the ground, because Gilbert, amazing fucking ground game, amazing submission specialist, fucking champion. So, you know, I probably would have given it to Burns anyway. That being said, I think Kamaru's arguably in a worse position now going up against Masvidal. Masvidal's got great hands. You know, Kamaru's got good hands. You know, we saw that there with Colby, but Masvidal's a fucking killer. He's been throwing hands for much longer, and I think him coming onto this fight with like a week, less than a week, 6 days, 5 days notice. There's a lot less pressure on it for him, and I'm sure he got motherfucking paid this time. Like, he probably got the money that he was asking for to fight Kamaru. And you know, I'm sure the UFC is gonna make that money back, man. This fucking Fight Island. That's how it's pretty much what this is what it's all about right here. It's finally happening. And you know, Fight Island. Who the fuck? Where else would it be other than Abu Dhabi? Like, honestly, unless it was gonna be like on the moon, the only place that it really makes sense would be Abu Dhabi. Like, obviously, like some rich oil prince was just like, you know, I really like the UFC. I would really like to not have to take my $1 million private jet to go fly out to watch the events. Why don't I just have it on my island? Why not? He's probably just called up Dana. Hey, Dana, I'll just build it right here, and you can have as many fights as you want here, as long as I can sit in the front row. Which, my man, God bless you, because it's pretty fucking hype. You know, hopefully, I think what it looked like is it looked like it was gonna be almost in a covered area, but still not really inside. Like, hopefully there's AC in there this time. Like, I know what the commentators talking about when they built that arena for Khabib and Dustin, there was no fucking AC in there, and they were just talking about how they were just sweating. That it was like over 100 degrees. Like, that's gotta be fucking terrible. Especially like even at night. That's just breathing in that thick hot air. Just Anyway, Masvidal versus Usman. Obviously, advantage goes to Usman on the ground. That's pretty clear. Obviously, conditioning advantage is going to go to Usman also, unless Jorge's been training and we just didn't know about it. But it sounds like he might not have been training that much, especially since he's supposedly 20 pounds overweight right now. So he's got to lose a lot of fucking weight between now and Friday. And it's not only lose that weight, but lose that weight quarantined. Like, he has to spend, you know, a couple of days at least quarantine, waiting for his results back. Once he's clear, obviously he can, like, you know, move about his spot on the island to lose weight. Luckily, Abu Dhabi is the desert, so he can literally just go to sleep outside and wake up, you know, potentially 15 pounds lighter, just sweating. So there's a plus there. But you know, Masvidal there's not going to be a lot of pressure on him for this fight, and he's obviously, you know, he's getting the money that he wanted. So it's like everything really is looking more in Masvidal's favor. So, because even if he loses, what are we gonna say? Like, he lost. He took the fight on short notice. The weight cut was. He has every excuse that to say that why he lost. Usman, on the other hand, potentially more dangerous fight, more pressure maybe, but Usman and Masvidal got a little bit of beef here, so like there's a little bad blood there. So this is Kamaru's chance to settle the score. So yeah, obviously he's gonna fucking take the fight, but does he really have it? Can he do it? Like, you know, it's one thing you're preparing for one specific guy. He's preparing for Burns, and then now Masvidal steps up. Burns is out. You know, thinking like from Kamaru's standpoint, you know, like does it really bother him that much that he was training for one guy, and then now less than a week before the fight, somebody else pops in, but somebody else that you have a problem with pops in. Somebody else that you want to beat down pops in. Like, that's gotta be, like, you personally, that probably looks like a blessing to him. Like, he's like, fucking great. Like, I get my chance to prove to this guy that I'm the shit. That like, he's talking all this shit over there. Now, like, he's gonna step up, and 6 days notice, and he's got his tough weight cut. Like, Kamaru's gotta be thinking that he has the advantage here. So, like, that might come into play a little bit there. You know, we'll have to see. Like, obviously, Masvidal's also fucking professional, man. Like, he must have been like, oh, 20 pounds, whatever, I got it. Like, I'm sure he lately he's been having this confidence, like, almost like he talks about, like, this, like, vision that he had when he was on that reality TV show, that he needs to come back and start fucking baptizing motherfuckers. And he's been doing exactly that. So, you know, the prophecy could continue here. He could very well knock Kamaru the fuck out. And could you write a better story there? Really, like, what is this saying? That, like, fact is stranger than fiction? Real life is stranger? Something like that. We'll edit this out. Probably not, though. Anyway, yeah, you couldn't really think of a better story. Like, it's gonna be great. I'm very, very excited for this fight. I think, personally, as a fan, Masvidal probably has a slight edge, just because of the lack of pressure here. But we'll see how that weight cut goes, man. If he has a tough weight cut, then obviously Kamaru is gonna have a much easier time. And five rounds, you know, 5 rounds cutting weight the last second like that. Like, if this fight goes the distance, Kamaru is, you know, absolutely, like, that's it has the advantage there. Within, like, the first maybe 2 to 3 rounds, Masvidal, like, that's gonna be his zone. But round 4 and 5, if he hasn't really done enough damage to Kamaru, he's gonna be in trouble. Like, I don't think anyone can really argue that. Like, he's gonna be in trouble. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. Stacked card. This is obviously probably the biggest news of the card. What everyone's fucking talking about right now. Big deal. Super hype. Can't wait. God, like, I'd buy it twice if I could afford it, man. Just so I can let the UFC know how excited I am for this, man. Like, yeah, what a time, man. Like, obviously this year has been crazy, but, like, as an MMA fan, as a UFC fan, like, what a gift it has been these last couple of months. Like, you know, like, we've usually all these fights get spread out throughout the year, and then now they're just like, do them all back to back. We need to just get these fucking fighters out there, man. Like, get them out there, get these events going. Like, it has to happen. We need to do it. There's, like, no time left. God. But yeah, guys, then, like, hopefully this was the hype. Hopefully, you know, man, that airtime. I'm always afraid now, ever since the Derek Lewis versus Ngannou fight, man. Like, I'm always afraid of a fight that's super hyped with, like, 2 guys that you know are good. And, like, I'm always afraid of that, like, that like stage fright kind of fight between the 2 guys, that, like, they feel that like, I don't see that happening in this fight at all, but I feel like that's always in the back of my head from now on. That will always be in the back of my head, that like, god damn it, like we were really hyped for that Ngannou Lewis fight, and it was a shit show. Like, like they might as well have just played commercials through that entire fight. So hopefully, very unlikely that's gonna be this fight. But hopefully it lives up to the hype. Have no doubt really that it will. It's gonna be a great night. Can't wait. Catch you guys next time.